What's up, everybody? So glad to have you with me. Today we're talking about what is the one thing you need to become a professional soccer player. And the truth is, the most important thing you need that will take you to all the places you want to go and need to go to be a pro is your love of the game. Now, when I say love, I mean more of like an obsession. So if you truly love it, not just, oh, I love watching from time to time, oh, I love watching Manchester United play every weekend, or I don't even watch soccer that much, but I do quite love it because everybody, all my friends love it, that is not going to cut it. I mean, you need to be so in love with it that it makes you a bad person sometimes because you're so self-involved. It clouds your judgment because all you want to do is get better at soccer. I mean, it has to engulf you. When I was 8 years old, I decided I was going to be a professional soccer player. I don't know why exactly, other than I knew that the best and most enjoyable thing I did on every day was play soccer. So I just thought if I could do this every day, that would be the happiest I could ever be. And I wanted to make a difference in the world. I wanted to stop wars like Drogba did and like Pele did. And I thought I get to do that with soccer. So that's how I got so involved with it. And I loved that the sport itself always had something going on. You were either running or defending or attacking or scoring or shooting or passing or dribbling, where the other sports, football and baseball, there was a bit of a pause. Basketball was really frustrating because they would just throw the ball over me and I wasn't having that. So early on, I became obsessed. And when I say obsessed, I was known as the weird kid at school who took the ball everywhere. I mean everywhere. I remember once I was taking the ball to school, dribbling it from class to class, and at recess in middle school, the ball happened to accidentally roll into another teacher's class. And it was a guy named Mr. Perry, I still remember his name, and he was kind of like the tough teacher. And he came out, he was a science teacher, so he had like a sharp knife for some experiment, and he walked out into the hallway, stabbed my ball and put a hole in it. And I remember, I think it was Justin Hale, he came out with it and was like, hey, it's okay. And Justin Hale played for the varsity team, and I was like 13 in middle school, so it was like a really meaningful point to me. My point is though, I dribbled that ball everywhere. I wore a Chelsea jersey every single day to school because I thought that if I wore soccer-like clothing, it would give me an inch better over my opponents who weren't used to the attire as much as I was. I even once, as a way to be fashionable, I wore jeans, but I wore 2 pairs of jeans at the same time because I thought it would make my legs stronger. I mean, I was and am obsessed. And that is really what it takes. If you're obsessed and you love it, you'll go find out how to be technical, how to make good decisions, how to get stronger, how to get faster. You have to be obsessed. I wore that Chelsea jersey so often. It had the name Drogba on the back of it because that was my favorite player. I wore it so often that it turned from Drogba to Dogba because the R fell off because it had gone in the wash machine so many times. I was the type of player that when the coach said, bring it in, I was the first one in. I was the type of player that when the coach said, get a water break, I didn't get a water break. I started touching the ball even more. I went early to practice every single time in an effort that the team that was better than me would watch me, see that I was committed, and take me on their team. I remember once I was in high school, and I was trying out for this academy team, which is like the highest level of youth soccer. And they told me no in the tryouts the year before, but they practiced before us. So from ages 16 to 18, I would go warm up in front of them for my practice while they practiced in hopes that maybe they would need an extra player, or at least that they would just see me, that I was committed at the very least, even if they didn't think I was that good, that I was committed and would do anything. That's how crazy you have to be. I would take the ball with me into the shower, into bed, to temple, to church, or wherever it is you go. I was and still am obsessed. I gave up all candy and all sweets at 8 years old. My youngest brother Noah tells this story that he once tricked me into drinking grape soda when I was like 12 and I was devastated. That's what it takes. That's what it absolutely takes. So if you really want to go pro, you need to have the insatiable desire, the passion, the obsessiveness in order to make it a reality.